I still remember the exact glow of her phone lighting up her face at 2:13 a.m. in our Miami apartment, while our wedding video played silently on the TV behind us. Her tears rolling down like she was reliving the happiest day of our lives, while she was secretly planning to leave me the next morning. I froze in the doorway of our bedroom, keys still in my hand, hearing her whisper, "I can't keep doing this," not with him still in the picture. That's when I saw the name on her screen, and my world didn't just crack. It collapsed. I didn't say anything. Not yet. But in that moment, something inside me went completely cold. What I didn't know then was that this was only the beginning of how I'd lose everything, and then quietly take it all back. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. Her name was Vanessa, my wife of 3 years. We lived in a high-rise near Brickell, Miami, overlooking a city that always felt too alive for the slow death happening inside my marriage. I was the loyal one, the stable one, the guy who worked late but always came home. And she had become distant in ways I kept excusing. Extra work trips to Chicago, late gym sessions, phone always flipped face down. I told myself I was paranoid. Until that night. Her phone buzzed while she was in the shower. A message preview lit up the lock screen. "Can't wait until you're free tomorrow. We finally get our night." No name. Just that. Something in my chest tightened. I didn't wake her. I didn't confront her. I just waited. And that was my first mistake, because waiting gives cheaters time to perfect their lies. The next morning, I did something I'd never done before. I checked her messages. Her phone was still on the kitchen counter, unlocked from her rushing around. One tap. That's all it took. A coworker. Daniel. Marketing department. Always just a friend. Always harmless. Except the messages weren't harmless. They had been planning this for months. Hotel rooms in downtown Miami. Secret lunches. Photos I had never seen. And worse, screenshots of her talking about me. He's safe. That's why it's hard to leave. Safe. Not loved. Not respected. Just safe. That word hit harder than anything else. That evening, I didn't confront her. Instead, I smiled. I kissed her forehead. I even helped her pick out a dress for what she said was a work dinner, because I had already called a divorce attorney in Coral Gables, and I had already started collecting everything. Phone backups, cloud sync, location history, every lie she told me, I now owned. 2 days later, I installed a hidden camera in the living room. I told myself I needed clarity, but what I really needed was certainty, and I got it. That Friday night, she told me she was going to a corporate networking event in downtown Miami. I nodded like a fool. "Be safe," I said. She kissed me like nothing was wrong. 3 hours later, I watched my phone screen from a parking garage across the street as she brought Daniel into our apartment. My hands didn't shake. That surprised me. They used to shake when I was nervous. Now nothing. Just focus. I recorded everything. Every laugh. Every touch. Every betrayal happening in the place I paid for, built for, believed in. And when she finally left with him again, I sat in my car for a long time. That's when it hit me. I wasn't going to scream. I wasn't going to beg. I was going to erase her entire life as she knew it. The next week, I played the long game. I acted normal, even supportive. She told me she needed space. I said I understood. She told me she might take a solo trip to clear her mind. I nodded. That trip never happened, because I had already sent everything to my lawyer, and to Daniel's employer, and to Vanessa's HR department. Corporate ethics violations don't care about romance. They care about evidence. And I had plenty. The hotel footage, the apartment footage, the messages, the timeline. Clean, undeniable, destructive. Daniel was fired within 48 hours. Vanessa was placed on immediate leave. And suddenly, she wasn't so confident anymore. The confrontation happened in our apartment. She walked in expecting silence. She found me sitting at the table with her printed messages spread out like evidence in a courtroom. Her face went pale. "You went through my phone?" she whispered. I laughed once. Not angry, just tired. "I didn't have to. You gave me everything." She tried to cry first. That was her move. But this time, it didn't work. "I was going to leave him," she said quickly. "I swear. I just didn't know how to." I interrupted her. "You cried watching our wedding video while texting him." Silence. That one landed. Her mask cracked. For the first time, she looked scared. Not of losing me, but of losing control. The divorce process was fast. My lawyer made sure of that. Financial separation, asset protection, public documentation. By the time she realized what was happening, it was already over. Her company didn't wait for court. They terminated her. Daniel left the city. And Vanessa moved out of our Miami apartment with 2 suitcases and no plan. I didn't help her pack. I didn't say goodbye. I just watched from the balcony as she loaded her life into a rideshare trunk. No tears from me. Only quiet. Months later, I still drive past that building sometimes. Different life now. Different version of me. I don't hate her anymore. Hate takes energy, and I spent mine rebuilding. But sometimes I remember that night, the glow of her phone, the wedding video playing in the background, and the way she cried for a version of us she had already destroyed. She thought she was planning an escape. What she didn't realize was that I was already writing the ending, and I made sure she wasn't in it. Then the end.